Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. I am so excited for today's video. I am almost as excited as I was 2 years ago when I launched my brush set with BK Beauty, and that's kind of what today's video is about, is that it has been 2 years since I launched my brush set, since we launched the brush set that hopefully changed your makeup game as a mature woman, that I thought could really help us and fill a void in our makeup game and enable us to put on our makeup with more confidence and make it go on smoother and better. And I just can't believe what a success it's been and how many of you guys have bought it and told me how much you loved it. But since then, people have been asking for some other things, and so we have been working behind the scenes really hard to go ahead and provide that for you. And so I have a big new product reveal for you today. You know, it's so hard keeping these secrets from you, but I'm so glad that today is finally here and I can finally share it with you. But first, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for trying them, for using them, writing us reviews on them, letting us know how much you love them. I mean, honestly, you guys, without you there encouraging me the entire way, the entire 10 years that I've been out here on YouTube, I never would have been able to do something like this. So thank you so much for all your support, all your love over the years, and thank you for loving my brushes so much. So in honor of my 2nd anniversary, BK has given me my own anniversary sale. So starting today, September 22nd, and running through the 25th, you can pick up any of my brushes or the entire brush set for 20% off with the code Angie-2Y. So this matches their anniversary sale, which they actually just had in August, but unfortunately my brush set was out of stock at the time because I think it was the blush brush that was sold out. But BK's so awesome, even though my brush set wasn't in stock, they were still honoring the sale price afterwards, so I hope you were able to get that then. The entire set just came back in stock, so they are fully stocked, ready to go if you wanted to pick up the entire set. Of course, the brushes are available individually as well. I mean, it's just crazy that the set keeps selling out because of various brushes selling out. At first, it was the A506. It's been renamed the Kitten Paw brush, and it went viral on social, and it's just been crazy how popular this brush has become. And literally, if you have never put on your under eye concealer and liked the way it looked, whether you use your finger or a sponge or some other brush, this is the brush to try. I mean, I had tried all the brushes out there, used my finger, used a sponge until this. Now this is the only thing I use and I love it so much. It really does make my concealer go on so perfectly. It fits so perfectly right into that corner of my eye. It's just an amazing brush and I love it so much. So if you haven't tried that one yet, definitely give it a try. You know, with the holidays right around the corner, these make a great gift for any woman in your life who loves makeup, or even if she doesn't love makeup and is a little bit challenged by makeup, these are the brushes to get because they help you put your makeup on better. They help your concealer go on better. They help your eyeshadow go on smoother. They do all the blending for you. They even make your blush go on better. The quality of these brushes is so good. The brush fibers are so soft. They never poke, they never prickle, they never make your skin feel bad, and they don't tug on your skin either, which is a problem that we have once we get more mature and our skin gets to be a little bit looser. I've had so many brushes in the past that, you know, the first time I use them, there's brush hairs all over my face, or the second I go to wash them, the head comes off. With my brushes, you know, I use them all the time. I use them every single day in tutorials, in videos, behind the scenes. Nothing has ever happened. I feel like none of them have ever shed a single hair. None of them have had the entire head pop off. None of the handles have broken. So I just feel like it speaks to the quality of these brushes. So this sale is on my brushes only over at BK. You can get the whole set. You can get them individually. They're all in stock and ready to ship out. I'll put links in the info box below the video for the entire brush set plus each of the individual brushes, so you can go right to the page that you want, add it to your cart, and the code to use with that is Angie-2Y for 2 years, so that will get you 20% off on your order. All right, so I think that's all the information about my 2-year anniversary sale. Now on to the part of the video that I am the most excited about, because you guys, After we launched these, you started asking for other things that you wanted to see, either in my color or adding on to my brush set. And you guys asked and we listened. We heard you from day one, and this has been going on behind the scenes for at least a year now that we've been working on this product, and we were trying to figure out how to get everything that you guys were asking for into one new launch, and we have done it, and I am so psyched. The number one request that we've gotten over the last 2 years is for a travel version of my brush set. Then the second thing that people asked for was just brushes with shorter handles, because a lot of older women whose vision isn't great, they really have to put their face very close into their mirror to see what they're doing. So people also asked for shorter handles, which kind of goes hand in hand with a travel brush set. And so the third request was to release the BK 101 brush, which is my favorite foundation brush, in my handle color, because people wanted all their brushes to match. And so we have gone ahead and tried to satisfy all three of those requests in one product, and I'm so happy that I get to share it with you today. And you guys, here it is, the BK x Angie HotandFlashy travel brush set. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited for this. So this is the pouch that it comes in. It's in this beautiful silver faux leather. Look at here, it says Angie HotandFlashy right here on the bottom of the bag, and then here on the zipper pull it's got a little BK insignia. Isn't it just a beauty? I just love how the outside of this looks. I think it's just so slim, so easy to pack, won't take up a lot of room in your luggage, but the best part about it is what's inside. So just bring up the zipper, open it up. You get 5 brushes with this set, and what we did is we did a curated selection of my brushes. So where there's 7 brushes in my brush set, we decided to do 4 of them for travel. And you know, it was really hard for me to pick just 4 for the travel set, but we knew that the 5th brush had to be the BK 101 brush. So this way we were able to satisfy the people who wanted a travel set, the people who wanted shorter handles, and the people who wanted the BK 101 in my gray color. So the 5 brushes that come with the set, all in travel sizes, are of course the A506. Could not have a travel set without including my concealer brush, because concealer is the one thing that nobody goes without. You also get my A507 angled blush brush, which can do triple duty when you're traveling to apply your blush, your setting powder, and your highlighter. For the eyeshadow brushes, we included my A501 all over shader to lay down the base, and you can also use it for your shimmers or for blending out your crease. And we also included the A502, which is my medium size crease brush. It's perfect for doing your detail work, disguising your hood, and of course this one does all your blending for you. And last but certainly not least is my Holy Grail foundation brush. It's the BK 101 in a travel size in my gray color, so it's been renamed the A101, and isn't that a cutie? It goes perfectly with the other brushes, and they all look so great in the travel set. I just love how it came out. These brushes are the exact same quality as the full-size brushes, just with a little bit of a shorter handle. Here are the original brushes side by side with the new travel brushes, so you can see the difference in the length. Other than the length, they are exactly the same for quality, for brush head shape and size, for brush head density. So they'll perform just the same as my original brushes, and they will be just as luxurious, just as soft, just as beautiful, and they will help your makeup go on just as well as my original set of brushes. When I was thinking about what I wanted the brush holder to be, I was thinking about all the brush holders that I've used, and one of the big problems has always been that makeup bags open up flat and then they take up a lot of room on a vanity, and you don't always have that much room in your hotel room. So I wanted to be able to have something that was petite, that wouldn't take up a lot of room, but that would be functional once you got to your destination. It's the perfect size for taking the 5 travel travel brushes that come with it, but there's also enough room in there to include a couple of other brushes. It's also tall enough if you want to bring a couple of your regular Angie Hot and Flashy brushes, you can fit them in there. I also included little seat belts for the brushes inside so that they're not flopping around, banging against each other. So you just slot the brushes in. There's room for 8 brushes, and then they're held securely when you're traveling. They're not banging around and touching each other. But once you get to your destination, it serves 2 functions. You just unzip it and you fold the top half back, and then it becomes a cup that can stand on a vanity. It takes up 1/4 of the space on the bathroom vanity when it's in its cup form. And that way your brushes are contained, they're not flopping all over the sink, they're not getting wet on the edge of the sink, and it really keeps your brushes much more sanitary. And it looks great, and then when you're done using it, you just unfold it, zip it back up, throw it back in your suitcase, and you're ready to go. All right, so now let's go ahead and do a little demo with the entire brush set. I'll show you how to use each of these 5 brushes. So when you get to your destination, you just pull this out of your suitcase or your hand luggage, fold the top back like this, and now you've got a little cup that stands up on your vanity. So let's go in first with the BK 101 for our foundation. The BK 101 has been a favorite brush of mine for years because of how perfectly and smoothly it puts on my foundation. I never get a streak mark with my foundation. It always comes out looking great, and it gives me such a natural finish. So whether you use it in a swiping motion or if you prefer to stipple on your makeup, that'll make a difference in how much coverage you get. Just having this brush against my skin, I just love how it feels. It's so soft. It's so just scrumptious feeling, as are all the BK brushes. And it makes my foundation go on so fast because it's a nice big brush, so I cover a lot of area in a little amount of time. So that's the new travel size of the A101 brush. All right, and next using the A506 travel size for blending in my concealer. So I've got my concealer on there. This brush just makes it blend in so perfectly. You know, I'd always use my fingers to blend in concealer, and I could never get a really perfect blend. But using this brush has really changed my concealer game because this is the brush with the kitten paw shaped head. It's got longer fibers here on one side, and then it's got shorter, denser packed fibers on the other side of the brush. That gives it this really unique shape. It really spreads your concealer perfectly. It doesn't shear it out too much. You know, we all want coverage out of our concealer, and with this brush you get the coverage you want, but you get a nice skin-like amount, and it always looks perfect. And with the shorter handle, I can hold my mirror and I can see what I'm doing, and I can fit the brush in there. First, I tap my concealer in to blend it underneath my eye, and then I turn it over and I use the longer hairs to really blend it out directly underneath my eye. This really helps to keep my concealer out of those wrinkles. It helps to sheer it out a little bit. And of course, you can use this brush all over your face for your regular concealer. Let's go ahead and do our setting powder and our blush next with the A507 brush. This is a real multitasker, so you can use it in a few different ways when you're traveling. So to set my under eye concealer, I'm just going to dip my brush into my setting powder, and I'm just going to tap it underneath my eyes. To set that concealer, I'm going to tap it down my T-zone. To set my foundation, wipe away any excess powder so I never look powdery. And this brush, again, like all of my brushes and all the BK brushes, is so soft. Just pressing this against your face and, you know, rubbing it on your face, it feels so great. This brush is so versatile. You can use it with cream blush, you can use it with powder blush. I'll demo both for you because generally when I travel, I'm gonna bring a powder blush just because I don't have to put it in my quart-size zipper bag. I'm just gonna take my brush and pounce it in there. And what I love about this brush is that the way that the head tapers, the way it falls off towards the sides, it picks up powder and blush on the center of the brush, and it leaves the sides cleaner, so that's what helps you get that perfect blend. That's why the brush does the blending for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap that on, and look how it applies that powder blush. So pretty, so perfectly. This brush head is really lightweight and fluffy, and the fibers aren't super stiff, so it applies your blush, it diffuses it out, it blends it for you, and it doesn't remove your foundation. So let me go ahead and just demo a cream blush quickly. And with cream blush, I just apply it directly to my cheeks first, and then I just use the brush to blend it out. So I'll just use like a little dragging and then stippling method to blend it all out. And it really blends the blush out perfectly, whether it's a powder or a liquid or a cream. All right, so let's do eyeshadow next. I'm gonna start with the A501 Crease Shader brush. I usually use this brush to put my base color down on my lid, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna tap it into the eyeshadow and then tap it across on my lid. And again, this brush is so soft and so fluffy that it doesn't drag your eyelid, but it gives you that perfect application of eyeshadow. And if you find that you often end up with skipping here at the inner corner, that makes it look like you have little diagonal creases in there, this brush can really help with that because it's softer than most crease shaders, and so it won't drag at your lid and it won't make your eyeshadow skip across. So you just have to use the lightest little strokes in there back and forth to make sure that you get all the skin at the inner corner covered with the eyeshadow, and then you avoid that skipping look that can make your wrinkles look accentuated. All right, next I'm gonna pull out the A502 brush. So I'm gonna use this brush to apply my crease color, making a little angled stroke from the crease down to my eyelid. And then I just work it in little circular motions deep in the crease, but staying above the crease. And you can see how the shape of this head starts doing all the blending for me. There's no tugging on my eyelids because of how soft the bristles are. I'm gonna go ahead and use it to do my darker shade as well. So for this, I'm just gonna dip the very tip of the brush into a darker shade just to darken up the outer corner, give me a little bit of a shadow there, help me to disguise my hood a little bit more. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, if you did want to bring the other brushes from your Hot and Flashy brush set, you could fit them into the travel holder. There are little seat belts enough for 8 brushes, so where this comes with 5, you can add your other 3 in if you really want to bring the rest of your brushes. But even without them, you can see that you can use this to do your fine detailing work. To change shades while you're traveling, all you have to do is wipe your brush on a tissue, get any excess off, and then you can dip it into a lighter color. So that's how you can use your brushes when you're traveling, when you don't have a lot of brushes with you. Now, if you want, you can dip back into a shimmer shade with your finger, or you can use the A501 brush. So I'm just gonna put it on this eye using my finger. Then I'm gonna use the A501 again. I'm just gonna wipe it on the tissue to get the previous shade off. Then I'm gonna pick up a shimmer shade, and I'm gonna pack that on the movable part of my lid. And as you can see, this brush also lays down the shimmer shade pretty nicely. So these brushes really are multitaskers, and you know, if you're going on a trip and you really don't want to bring that many brushes, then 5 is kind of the perfect number. With the 5 brushes included in this set, you can pretty much do your entire face. But as I said, there's also room to add in a few more other brushes. So this complete set with these 5 luxurious travel brushes and this super functional travel pouch is $130, but you can use my code Angie10 for 10% off. Because this is a new launch, it won't be included in today's anniversary sale, but you can still get that 10% off with my discount code Angie10. And you can also use that on anything else that you're interested in purchasing over at BK Beauty if you're there shopping at the same time. BK has been working really hard for the last couple of months to get these in time for the launch, and I believe that they're here in the United States. I'm not sure if they have them in hand just yet. They should be arriving at their warehouse any day now if they haven't already. So if you're going over to shop the anniversary sale and get the 20% off other things, you can purchase this today. You can add it to your cart, and as soon as they're ready to ship, they will ship out. So there she is, my newest little baby. So I'll put a link in the info box directly to the landing page for my travel brush set, and I'm so excited to be able to share it with you today. So if you're in the market for any of my brushes, whether my entire brush set or just individuals, or if this new travel set is something that you've been waiting for, use the links in the info box, go over to BK Beauty, order up whatever it is that you've been waiting for at 20% discount with the code Angie-2Y, or you can get my new travel brush set, which comes with the travel pouch and 5 travel size brushes, and you can use my 10% off code Angie10 for that purchase, and all the links are in the info box below the video. So that is it for today's video, everybody. I'm just so excited that it's finally here. I'm so excited to finally be able to share this new product with you. I hope it's everything you wanted it to be. We hear you. We're always listening. We are always looking to improve and give you the products that you want and that you need and that you love. So thanks so much for being with me on this journey. Thanks so much for loving my original brush set, and I hope that you love this one as much as you love the original. So that's it for today's video, everybody. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you did, go ahead and give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. So I will see you in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.